call this Capitol Hill because this whole neighborhood now, it still feels like winter. It's only about 42 degrees Fahrenheit now here. The trees still don't have any greenery on them. And that's looking back at Capitol Hill Books, which is still there, and the Newhouse Hotel. And just down the street here to the left is the Barrister Building. This video clip, which I don't know when you're going to see it or where I'm going to put this in, all I can do is tell you what's going on in the now. The now is always changing, as you know, but it's May 4th, and my real time, it's 11 o'clock a.m. It's rainy, overcast. Frankly, number one, I'm starting to get a little discouraged with the weather here in Denver, and I should know. I lived here 19 winters. I moved here originally August of 1990. And when I left the last time to go into my trucking chapter, which lasted, I guess, 12 years, I left here January of 2009. It's now May 2022. You can do your math. For a reminder, so when I have my breakdown.
So that whole speech that we had was not recording the whole time?
Well, the audio portion, but I want to see you to tell me.
Well, now, you know, you have a different blessed life, right? You have a different, when I'm looking out
Yeah,
there,
Sophia,
you have a very different blessed life. It's just a different part of your journey. It continues, so.
Yeah, Sophia just basically helped me to reframe the experience I had to be positive. Down we go. Hello everyone. We're at Moonlight Beach in the van, and I've been doing a really long rant, 46 minutes, and I don't think I'm going to use it, to be honest with you. But I'm also wanting to show you, this is my camera up here. I'm actually videotaping myself, talking to myself, you know, to give you an idea of how weird you're going to get. Now here's what can happen. If you take the video matrix and you start doing your 10-minute video, you know, where Mike and Michelle, they ask you a question, you answer the question on a 10-minute video. You know, this is the truth, okay? I was driving a truck, working 70 hours a week. I started chatting with Michelle, didn't even know what she was doing. She was really into this attraction marketing thing, till finally I felt connected to her. And I finally asked her, what do you do? That's the whole attraction marketing thing. You develop a relationship or curiosity or do something to eventually someone wants to know who you are, what you do. You know, you don't, like one of my mentors said, you know, when they ask for a glass of water, don't give them a fire hose. You just kind of build curiosity, you know, to where they ask you. That's what I went with Michelle. I finally said, what do you do? And then I could tell she had it all memorized, and I found out actually Mike and Michelle were an empower too. Okay, and I thought, oh wow. because it was like one empowered person talking to another, and I learned all the same stuff. So when she was trying to do shit on me, I could tell what she was trying to do on me. So finally, I just told her, I'll do this thing. How much is it? Because if it was going to be like $5,000, I probably wouldn't do it. I said something like it was $97 or $197 or something. I said, what is it? She said, well, what is it for? If you want to be comfortable in front of a camera, and I hated myself in front of the camera, and I was. Morning, everyone. Dude, there's probably nobody here. I just want to pretend there's somebody there, you know? So I'm going to say good morning. Time is about 4:41. I just got my first Venti comp here at Starbucks in Aurora, 40th and Chambers. It's kind of my regular DMO. What do I mean by that, dude? Well, they don't know what DMO is, okay? Daily method of operation, dude. Okay, this is the real deal, dude. We got to have a heart-to-heart. I've got to remind you about reality, okay? Okay, here we are. It's May 1st. You got fired November 5th. So that's November, December, January, February, March, April. About 6 months, okay? They said they fired you because you could have a micro sleep, okay? It's been 6 months. You haven't had a micro sleep. You hadn't had one in 9 years and 4 months with them, and you drove a total of 12 years and you never had one. So therefore, here's the real deal, dude. You're 68, going to be 69. Here's what you have to live with, okay? It's a sad thing. It's reality. Life isn't fair. And you look like you're camping out. I know I'm camping out in the Prius. Remember, we're in Aurora. But let's get back on subject, okay? Here's the real truth, okay? Life isn't always fair, okay? You were going to drive for about 3 or 4 more years, maybe just call it 3, and you've already lost $20-something thousand, and if you drove 3 years, let's just figure 3 years from now, if a micro sleep doesn't happen, in other words, if you're not driving your Prius and you never have a micro sleep, you know, there's the possibility that you got fired for absolutely nothing, because nothing happened. The basis of driving to Brazil. It started out as driving to Brazil. I had this whole idea. Now it evolved to driving to Tokyo, and then when I had my van, it evolved to the Insnee's Van Man with a Plan. Then that blew up when my van blew up, and now I have the Prius. I could have driving to Sofia, kind of that little chapter. You know, I've made hundreds of videos that nobody's even watching except me. You know, why do I do it? Why am I sitting in a Starbucks parking lot drinking coffee and talking to this camera, you might ask? Dude, there's nobody here. Wake up, man. Why are you talking to this camera like there's someone actually watching this video when there's nobody here? And plus, dude, how much time has you been talking? 40 minutes, dude. That's like more than a 30-minute episode on TV. And there's no commercials. There's no Geico guy. There's no, you get what you pay for with Doug and Liberty Mutual. There's no pharmaceutical ads. It's just you talking for 40 minutes about stuff people don't even fucking care about, including night transportation. Do you think the dude that's firing you is even thinking about you? Or Madeline? Or Mike? Or Erica? You know, the only thing they might have done is, we fired a senior driver today that fell asleep at the wheel. Now watch your sleeping patterns. We fired him. It could be you. They just used a little fear tactic of people, you know, be on guard, you know, watch your sleeping patterns. Me, 4K, I think it's 4K. I'm recording me, recording myself with my 500 gigabyte storage in front of Starbucks in Broomfield. And now I can take this same exact recording and stop it and airdrop it over to this phone, and then we can stop this, and this would be kind of a B-roll kind of intro, right? Yeah, that's kind of something you can do because you got two phones. I'm gonna push this button. This is the 1 terabyte phone. I'm recording me 4K. I think it's 4K. I'm recording me recording myself with my 500 gigabyte storage in front of Starbucks in Broomfield. And now I can take this same exact recording and stop it and airdrop it over to this phone, and then we can stop this, and this would be kind of a B-roll kind of intro, right? On April 16th at 6:06 a.m. I got long-winded, but now I'm making a video. This is my other iPhone. I turned off the service, but it's a $1,500 iMovie. It was my old workhorse, 500 gigabytes of storage. Some of you may not even know what that means. That could be kilowatts, kilos, or whatever. But this was my old workhorse. The one I'm recording on right now has 1 terabyte. See? Now watch, I can flip it around like this. Here we go. Now watch. I can videotape myself, videotaping. See, that looks pretty cool. It's starting to get daylight. We got Starbucks in the background. And we got it over here. Let's just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, dude. Let's just do it. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm at Starbucks. It's 4/16/2022. I'm starting my day. I'm unemployed. I've actually been fired. I actually am retired. Not on my own terms. I was fired by Night Transportation. That's why I'm here today. Okay, here we go. And I am turning into a weirdo. I'm turning into a content creator like no one. It's not, foreigners may not know about Denver. They don't think, like when they think of US, they probably know of Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle maybe, I don't know. 4K. I think it's 4K. I'm recording me recording myself with my 500 gigabyte storage in front of Starbucks in Broomfield. And now I can take this same exact recording and stop it and airdrop it over to this phone, and then we can stop this, and this would be kind of a B-roll kind of intro, right? Yeah, that's kind of something you can do because you got two phones. Shelf that really is cool at night. I have a little key ring here where I put the house key and my Prius key. It might sound funny, all these little touches that I like. That actually has a bed frame. I'm not sure if my wash part place, I don't think it has a bed frame. And one of these cool instruments. And there's a Hawaii map. And Jeremy said he lived in Waikiki Beach. And there's a clock on the wall up there. So when I'm doing videos, I can look up, and the refrigerators are really good size. And there's my crystal light. Doug, I just recorded this video. If I do share it with anybody, whether it's Jeremy or Kennedy or nobody, I do this every day, usually when I wake up, and I'm in Bloomfield, Colorado. This is basically right next to 36 that runs into Boulder. And I took this Airbnb last minute yesterday. I wasn't planning on it. Doug, I used to be with driving to Tokyo. Then I went from the in-state van man with a plan. Then my van blew up. So now I'm perhaps the Denver Prius plan guy. Anyway, I spontaneously booked an Airbnb this afternoon. And this guy, Jeremy, he's my Airbnb host. And this guy, what's your name, dude? Kennedy and I just had an awesome conversation. They gave me permission just to videotape their jam tonight. And I think Jeremy does this every night. You do this? Do you guys do this together every night? Or some nights?
Try.
So this is the way you're going to wind down. So this is going to be totally raw. I'm going to drop off camera. And this is like a live in the garage. What do we want to call this? Garage?
A jam session.
Jam session?
Yeah, we just write out a few chords and then call it.
Now, do you guys have a group or a band, or are you guys assembling a band? Or
Clear Skies and Chemtrails coming at you live.
so you guys are the two main dudes of the band, right?
Yeah. Starring guest appearances from Will Schwank.
And electronic drum sets.
Yes, we've got Kyle. He's on point tonight.
Have you guys ever played at a nightclub or anywhere?
No.
We took it on the street once.
Yeah, we go. I go busking. I like to go up to Boulder.
Just on Pearl Street Mall or something?
We do the clamshell. So it's like it's near the Pearl Street Mall.
Is it a coffee shop or something? Or
No, it's like an auditorium. An outdoor auditorium.
You actually could go in there in an auditorium
And play
wow.
for fun.
That must be killer then.
Sometimes you get applause, and sometimes you get homeless people.
You don't get booze though, right?
No booze. A lot of Freebird and Iron Maiden. It's like this not tonight's jam.
Oh, by the way, when I'm recording, you guys just say whatever you want to say or not say anything. Talk amongst yourselves.
I have a goddamn microphone, and that's a dangerous proposition.
And echo.
Yes, I got the reverb because it's scary to sing into a microphone, so I got the auto tune, and so it's less scary to like present yourself.
Now, what about this? Since there's people above us and around us, this is an apartment complex, isn't it? Or what is this a house or what is this?
It's essentially I turned a house into an apartment complex.
Yeah, I'm a tenant. I'm actually. I decided to earn my. You know how some people ask if they can wash dishes? I told them, can I make a movie in exchange for rent? No, I'm just kidding. This is the last 24 hours at this basement Airbnb. It's really nice, though. I'd say that right off the bat, the only downside compared to some of the regular quote-unquote apartments for around 1,000, 1,200 I've been looking at downtown, they have windows with natural light, and they're on an upper floor, and they have like a community room, an exercise room, and a community where this doesn't have any natural light. It has a low ceiling, but it's got a new stove, flat top, not the old fashioned one, but the real nice one. It looks brand new. Dishwasher, refrigerator, microwave. Real simple but basic. And then this workstation is nice. Where I have my computer set up, it actually is a workstation that rises up and down. And then the bed was really comfortable. And then just a regular small little bathroom, which is a huge thing when I've been living in my car, so having a place to shower, a toilet and sink, even though this is all really small, is everything's clean and nice and organized. So I'm just videotaping. Building here on the right is called the Barrister Building. I have a lot of history here, and I have some actual videos from where the top left open windows up there was my studio, not once, but actually twice, which was a funny part of my story. Now, this iron fence around the property wasn't here when I was living here, and this wasn't called the Cornerstone Urban Living Apartments. I've even thought about potentially maybe even renting here again. But where those two windows are open up there, that was my studio.
What is your name? Maria?
Maria?
Now is it Angelica Maria?
No, Angie Maria.
Angie Maria.
Or Marianne.
Marianne?
As long as you say it correctly.
Angela?
No, Marie.
Angie Marie.
Yeah.
Angie Marie.
Angie Maria.
Angie Maria.
Yes. That's correct.
Angie Maria. What are you coloring?
Tigger.
What's that?
Tigger. What are you eating?
I'm just eating one of my chicken bowls.
This is upside down for you.
See, this is my bowl before I'm eating it.
Taste it when you're done eating it.
This be an empty bowl. It has chicken, white rice. Blueberries.
Blueberries, I never taste them.
You never had blueberries before?
No. What were you doing?
Element problem. Patty, she's the cashier that I work with every day at Taki's restaurant. And Marie's right over here watching. Marie, okay. Marie Angela. Okay, now, Patty, you've been talking to me about The Secret book, but you haven't seen The Secret movie. And plus, you can't know me a whole Reiki Show. So we've been talking in between dishes. Right?
Hello, I'm Patty Cruz. I'm cashier at Taki Restaurant, and I'm very interested in a book called Secret and all the law of the attractions that is promoted in that book. I have experienced a lot of things by positive thinking, and I think about something and it manifests. So now I'm not having any doubt about The Secret at all. Even though things doesn't look good, if I put my thoughts in The Secret, it will manifest. So it put me to the level of the mystical world that you can create anything by your thoughts. Plus, I do chant Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. This is the Buddhist practice. And Nam-myoho Renge Kyo also believe in the same concept, the same philosophy. That's mean if you chant long enough, you want something to happen in your life, a God, if you commit to that cause, it will happen. So the secret will work in the same path. And I really think that this is a good thing that a lot of people learn how to believe in the gods and in happiness in their life. Thank you.
And yes, and it's kind of like, to me, as
From Namyo Renge-kyo, Namyo Renge-kyo, Namyo Renge-kyo. And one day I just walked into the other room and I said, so what are you doing? And he said, well, I'm chanting that you're going to be very successful in your exams and that you're going to have a very successful life. And I said, well, will it help? And he said, yeah. And I said, great. So I got down on my knees and I began to chant. And that was my first encounter with the practice. And I then used my daimoku. I was going through this exam. I had a 15-hour oil painting exam. I remember painting a whalebone and a lemon, and I would look at this whalebone and lemon, and I had these oil paints out, and I'd be painting it, and I'd be like, at one point I would look at it and go, what am I doing? I'd nip to the toilet with my beads, sit and bash my beads and chant Namyo Renge-kyo, come back to the painting and be like, oh, okay, carry on with it. Needless to say, I got,
Namyo Renge-kyo, for me, seems to line you up with the cause and effect. And for me, you start changing your relationship with karma. Like even the bad karma for me, the bad stuff that seems to come, you take that poison and turn it into medicine. You take it in and you take responsibility for it, you learn from it. And it's like evolution. And to me, the secret philosophy of magnetism is along the same lines of, you might have bad thoughts during the day, but you take responsibility for those bad thoughts, you turn your thoughts around, and then you focus on what you want.
And I couldn't say that better because that's exactly what the whole concept of Namyo Renge-kyo and the concept of the secret is all about. If you cloud yourself with anger, animosity, suffering, and the thing that had happened in the past, and you try to think of positive thinking, your brain or your thoughts or the universe will not match with you. So when you clear your mind, you operate with love, happiness, peace, joy, and abundance. I believe that anybody can bring anything into their life, and please read the book Secret and try to be testified about yourself in that book. Thank you.
Good, very good. See you later, Maria.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Adios. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Sayonara. Another day at Talkies. Another day.
A movie maker.
A movie maker, yeah.
You could like save the whole world. Not the whole world.
Well, I'm a movie maker. You know, there's a misconception that you have to make money to be something. I'm making a movie now, so I am a movie. Right? Yeah.
So you need money to work?
Well, it takes money to make money sometimes.
Oh. So you give money so they can give you money?
Sometimes you need money for like new, better cameras, better technology.
Clothes?
Clothes, yeah. Travel. Yeah.
Pay?
Marketing, advertising.
Yes.
And also for the, the CDs?
Yeah, CDs. All that costs money.
All
Yeah.
the stuff to...
Yeah, I'm investing in
It's kind of money.
Yeah, I spend money. I've made 2,000 two-hour films.
How much is the bucket for CDs?
Well, what's so funny, you can go down Office Depot and get them on sale. You can get like 50 for like $7 sometimes.
Well, it's not expensive, huh?
No, like 50 cents a piece.
Oh.
And you can put a lot of pictures on there.
But if you go to the another stores, that's more expensive.
Yeah. For example, I've gotten DVDs that were supposed to be $45 per package for like $10 because they knocked $25 off.
Yeah.
So if you go down to Office Depot, you get specials. So if you go down there, when you get your paycheck, just go down to Office Depot and look for the CDs. And then sometimes they'll come in a package of 50 of them for $7.
7?
Yeah. And those CDs, I just put like 9 pictures of Maria. You can put like lots of pictures on there, like 200 pictures with movie. Yeah, 200 pictures. And one CD might cost 50 cents.
Oh.
See, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's not that hard to do. Are you working on packages now?
Yeah.
You're moving up the ladder now. Now you're working behind the counter now. She's gonna be doing info commercials for us. She did a Spanish. We do Spanish info commercials.
But the more that you put Spanish music and
Yeah, Spanish music. No, if you bring Spanish music to me, I can put it over these films.
I like English music.
Yeah.
I have my
Can you put English and Spanish?
Yeah, I
Play
can-
copy a CD?
I can put anything I want.
I like one song like they.
Tomorrow I'm gonna bring a CD.
Okay.
Can you make it?
Yeah, I can do anything. Except I
Like putting the music and dancing?
Yeah.
My dance.
Yeah, he says he wants to be a ballerina.
I do.
I like this one. I can make like a movie, but then you know, old. I told you last time, old places downtown.
Yeah.
You know the buildings.
Yeah, on our day off, we can actually do that.
The more beautiful places.
And you can send it to your relatives.
Yeah. I think that is a very good.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. When I get up and come here to the restaurant in the morning, I walk around and just videotape the buildings and stuff. Sometimes people think I'm a terrorist. I have to, the police come up to me and I have to give them my ID. Yeah, it's funny. So anyways, I think I'm gonna go, but that's
The people has
well, what's cool is so you can get even two 8mm films. No, it's really good for an hour each.
How many euros?
Okay, Maria, I'm going home. Bye.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Have a good sleep.
They're in their own little world. You know, my dad just turned 89. You know, he wants to make it to 90. That's his whole thing, to make it to 90. I mean, think about that. He just turned 89. He wants to try to make it one more year. And you remember at the time you're sitting in the living room, you know, after you got fired, watching football games, you know, and he's drawing over in his chair. You have your headset on, and you know, you have your headset on. Just think back at this. You have your headset on, you know, and you're sitting there on the couch, and you have your smartphone, and you're making a movie, you know, and he's drawing, and you guys are talking, and you're watching a game, and your parents think you're crazy, but you know, they don't understand what the heck you're doing. But you told them, you know, I make movies all the time, all day long. Even when I'm watching a football game with you, I'm making movies because it makes me happy, you know. And my dad, you know, you told your dad to come on, sit down, I'm gonna give you a neck and shoulder massage, and you're making a movie as you're giving him a neck and shoulder massage, and you're having a heart talk about the fact he just wants to make it to 90. You know, that's life. You know, you're doing the best you can because you're a little bit whacked out and crazy about making these movies. But you could be whacked out and crazy about something else, you know. I mean, being a crazy dude who likes making these videos for yourself, it's not that bad a thing, man. You know, they may have fired you for it, dude, because you know what? I gotta break the news to you. It had nothing to do with the microsleep. You got to just think about it logically. You had 250 videos. Madeline listened to them, so she was part of the decision process. And while you were driving from when you had the microsleep to the terminal, they were watching the camera footage and all of this and analyzing it. But really, they were also watching your videos. And they thought, ooh, this guy is this. He probably shouldn't even be driving one of our vehicles. Do you see? He even said on one of it, I could play it for you, dude, so you can see what they saw. You even said right on the video, I'm a crazy person. I'm a functional crazy person. You know. I'm gonna lock my door, dude. Dude, I locked my door. We're up. This is really my life. Let's see, this is my life as a truck driver. I love my life. You know, I've been doing this 12 years and I love it, as crazy as it may seem. And I'm actually, you know, I'm a functioning crazy person. That's what I am. You know, you've heard of functioning alcoholics. I'm a functioning crazy person. See, there's the Starbucks emblem. Yeah, well, this is all full. Is there anybody going through the drive-through? Here comes somebody right now. I better not videotape them. Oh, there's some other people. And you were acting weird. You're talking like this weird voice now. And you alter ego and you subdudes and all that shit, man. They probably watched the video and they probably really honestly thought, dude, we should just fire this guy because, you know, he's kind of like gone off the deep end, man. You know, he's had one too many trips, you know, done one too many loads, you know, and he's taken one too many trips to Japan and made one too many videos and you know, we can put a young guy in his seat because he was going to hit 1 million in 2 years, 2.5 years. We can calculate it out. If he was working full time, we'd have to pay him $5,000 for a new truck, and we can fire him. We use a liability thing, and then we put a new guy in his seat, and then that person will take 10 years to get to where he is now, and the odds are, we calculate it out. We've done all the analysis and everything. We put a new guy or girl in his seat. Chances are that person's not even going to be here for 10 years, you know. So there's just all the things they talk about behind closed doors, they talk about it exactly that way behind closed doors, because they're not going to tell you all this stuff, because you could go to a labor attorney and just, you know, maybe sue him for discrimination against a crazy person. You know, and then you have to get in this whole dialogue that you're not really crazy, you're just unique, you've been weird all your life. And it could get into this whole back and forth. Maybe you might have to go to trial with the jury, and who knows, you might have to bring your driver managers in, and who said that you're one of the best drivers they've ever had consistently, call Madeline in. It could turn into a big old mind fuck and all this. Listen to what Sophia said. She said, don't take your stuff to a labor attorney. Because if you just are like saying positive, that part of you that's hurting and feels sad and feels some grieving, you're not acknowledging that. I think it's important just to acknowledge the whole experience, but in the end, move on and reframe it and say, okay, this is my. In fact, I told Sophia I'm going to allow myself to grieve for about a couple weeks.
Your deadline was like this last Tuesday, so you're past your deadline. So we already agreed to that before we started this trip, that Tuesday was your deadline and today is Thursday. So you had like a good couple of weeks or so to grieve. And now it's like you're already on to your next journey.
Yeah.
Not saying that things won't come up, but I think they're going to come up less.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, as we, and I know you're in alignment with this. Okay. Here's what I hear you saying: is to not suppress the feelings that are going to naturally come up in the moving on process. It's natural to feel, because we just talked about how I loved what I was doing and I enjoyed it, and there's going to be a part of me that's going, I miss that, and you know, so let that happen, but at the same time open up to the reality that, with a sense of gratitude, that now I'm moving into this next chapter. This next chapter is a brand new chapter where Sophia and I had done a few road trips. It was a while back because it was the beginning when we kind of got hooked up. And now we're doing it where I'm actually going to be doing more of it than I did before. Now here's this. I'll be okay. The one thing I love about Sophia, she's not afraid to speak her mind with me, but she does it. I actually said this in the video. I said she's honest, but I never feel like she's bitchy. Although I shouldn't say that.
You've definitely experienced that bitchy side. So don't
I caught myself. I caught myself.
Don't act like you have not.
I caught myself. But we go right here, I think. Yeah. I think. Are we going the right way? There's
Let's
people
keep
going that
going.
way. Okay. Okay, there's more up. I think there's more up here. Oops. We don't actually know where we're going. We're just winging it. How far into our 2 hours are we? About an hour or so. But you know,
I know, but it's dipping, so watch
Okay.
out. You don't want to bottom out.
I go like on the side like this one.
You need to really be mindful of driving right now.
Okay.
To the heavens, up to the cosmos for complete and permanent transmutation, turned into golden white light. And then I asked for golden white light, 100%. Pure love and light above the new paradigm line to surround us in every aspect of our lives, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, mind, body, soul. In all lifetimes, universes, galaxies, dimensions, cosmos, realms, paradigms, lineages, unknown and known at all levels, all depths, up to omega infinity. So I did that, and that's a pretty good clearing. I go through the entire house, the entire place, and closets, everything, and corners of the home, and on the beds, and with my shell, and with the sage, and
Avoid the whole hassle. Just live with the fact you're liberated. You don't have to drive anymore. Look at the positive. You know, look at the positive. Well, the positive is that Starbucks opens in 20 minutes, dude, and I can have a venti coffee. And I got I've been getting so much coffee. I got all these stars, 500 something stars, and so now I can get, each time I get a venti coffee, just tell them, use my stars, and then you get free refills. And it's actually a really nice Starbucks, dude. In fact, it's probably nicer than the one in Cardiff, dude, because they accept that they have a drive-through, and the people that drive through there are crazy, dude. And all the four-wheelers are really crazy here. It's a bigger city than Encinitas. That's the cold hard reality, dude. Wow, this is really a bummer. I mean, is this the kind of conversations we're going to have every day? Wow, a car went by. Maybe they saw your lights on. Got to turn them off. Why did the car go by, dude? Well, I think there's a warehouse behind us. I mean, we kind of parked here because we want to stay, in the dark, We could probably... Here's what we can do, dude. I got an idea. Let's just, let's take the shades down. Okay, you got an Arizona plate. Let's just drive up to the parking lot. We don't have to wait till 4:30, and we could just say that we were concerned about having a micro sleeper, and we came parked in the parking lot. We got our Starbucks app, and we noticed that they open at 4:30, so we took the Chambers exit. And we're going to stop here and get some rest and have some coffee for safety purposes. You could use that as an excuse. Just use the kind of whole, You don't have to just wait till 4:30. We can go up there right now, and then we can continue this little conversation in the parking lot. In fact, it's a neater effect, dude, because we'll be right on location. And it's right. It's right in alignment because your DMO, daily method of operation, is you find the earliest Starbucks in the area, like the one in Cardiff was the earliest Starbucks at 5. This one is the earliest one, 4:30 to 10. You've checked all the Starbucks in the Denver metro area, and this is the most prime location to start your day early at 4:30. That's what it is. Plus, it's extended hours till 10. The others they close at 5. In fact, Jeff's Fluid Coffee Bar, dude, opens up at 7, and they close at 3. Okay, the St. Mark's Coffee Shop, they open at 6:30. Okay, 2 hours later than this one, but they stay open till 9. But they also serve beer, dude. So you've got it all analyzed, and that's a good thing, dude. That's a good thing. So give yourself some, good energy. Okay, so you funked up. You're human. You had a millisecond microsleep and you got stuck in the mud. They made a decision to fire you. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I think this, I'm starting to feel a little better. I'll feel a lot better when I have my coffee, dude. And then we'll officially start today's movie. It's May 1st. It hasn't snowed, but it still feels, it's 42 degrees. It still kind of feels cold here, dude. I know. That's why you have this hat. You know. Now, Arizona, on the other hand, dude, we can check the Arizona. That'll make me depressed because Arizona's probably already getting up to 80 or 90 now with a low of 75. But the other thing, dude, not too long, Arizona's going to be like 110 every day, and the low is going to be 80 something. Low at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be like the low is 86. Here in Colorado, dude, it's going to be a pleasant, dry 80 degrees, and it'll drop down to 45 or 50 at night. Perfect sleeping weather, just like today. It's 42 degrees. You know, we got a lot to think about, a lot to talk about, and that's what the whole nature of this mirror work is, dude. That's why you got this 1 terabyte phone. Remind me, I've just got to remind you, remind me, remind the whole world. We got this 1 terabyte phone because you made so many friggin' movies, dude. When you're making them almost 24 hours a day, you know, that's the other thing. That's the cold, harsh reality. The track you are on now, at this pace, you're going to make 1,000 movies a year. So let's say you only live 5 more years. That's going to be 5,000 videos, dude. And using your formula, repetition is the mother of skill, okay? And you got to be bad to get good, okay? There is the cold, harsh reality that you could end up getting to your 5,000th video using your formula, and you still don't have any subscribers, more than maybe 32. It might go from 30 to 32 in 6,000 videos, and the views are still 4 or 5, and you don't have any monetization, and you haven't made any money. Nobody's watching your videos. You have to kind of like live with the possibility of reality that you're only doing this for yourself. You know, not to communicate to the world. Because out of 6 billion people, who knows? Maybe no one will even see any of your videos. You're never going to be like Casey. You know, I just looked at one of Casey's videos, dude, and I look at him, and I mean, he's a cool dude, and he's a cool dude. Okay, I admit that. Casey's a cool dude. But when he posts a video, 100,000 people watch it. Look at Chris Broad in Japan, dude. He just got 500. He just reached the 500,000 subscriber mark. Okay, now here's the thing about Chris, though, dude. You got to give the guy credit. He's from England, UK. He goes to Japan. He teaches English. He doesn't know how to speak any Japanese. He taught himself how to write Japanese, read Japanese, speak Japanese, and even won a speech contest with other Japanese people. And he's a happening dude, man. And he's funny, he's entertaining, and he's really good at what he does, man. And he has a studio, and his thing is happening, man. But he's younger, he's better looking than you. He's got that English accent. You know, you don't have an English accent, dude. I hate to tell you. You don't have a Brazilian accent. In fact, you don't have anything but a California accent, dude. But that's not going to sell any videos, you know. So you got to just live with the fact you're just doing something because you're retired and you have nothing else better to do, and you become kind of somewhat, I hate to say, addicted to making movies, videos, whatever you call them. You know, And I don't even know if there's anything. I mean, they have places where you can go if you're drinking too much, and the Alcoholics Anonymous, and all this. I don't know if there's a place that you can actually go get some support, dude. I don't know if there's anyone out there like you, because there has to be other people out that are making 3 or 4 1-hour film collage documentaries and going to coffee shops and drinking multiple cups of coffee every day after they get fired from a job. I've been looking for another, dude like me, and I can't find anyone. So therefore, if there's not another person doing what I'm doing, I can't go to a support group with other people to talk about how we're addicted to making movies. If there's not other people that are addicted to making movies like I am, and sitting in a Prius, and who've driven a truck for night transportation, who got fired for something that possibly could happen maybe down the road, so you may be your own unique dude, and that's what you have to live with, just be authentically the hero you are, the authentic you, the weird you. Just be authentically weird, dude. It's not a bad deal. And besides, Starbucks is opening up in 12 minutes. You've already been ranting for like 27 minutes, dude. Well, this is just always the warm-up. We do this every morning before our coffee. So when we drink our coffee, we're like ready to rock and roll because we've done a dress rehearsal, dude. Plus, we can chop this up. Height. We can do our bonus enlightened ninja techniques. And we're going to figure out how to take this 27 minutes and height. Whoa, height. We'll bring it down to like 2 or 3 minutes. So we'll put all this information. We'll learn to say it faster, so we can say it within the TikTok parameter levels of 30 seconds to 3 minutes, so that you would zoop, hi, whoo, and then you'll master the art of saying more with less. That's something you could work on. It gives you something to work on, so then you got some challenges. Makes it more interesting. Well, let's pack up. We can take the shades down, dude. And they already know you here at the Starbucks. In fact, they asked you, what do you do? And you told them, and they wanted to look at your videos. But you do notice they didn't say anything about them. They probably didn't want to hurt your feelings, They asked you what channel, and they said they were going to look at it. But you realized they didn't say anything, because they probably didn't want to hurt your feelings. Like, I could even ask them, did you watch any of my videos? What do you think? And then I really put them on the spot. What are they going to say? Well, I'm sorry, we didn't really like them. They probably just don't want to hurt your feelings. So that's actually okay. Let's pack it up, dude. Starbucks is right down the street. That's why you park here. I love this Prius. That's the most positive thing. If nothing else, we're in the Prius. And remember all the stuff we had to go through in Encinitas to get this car, and we got it. But darn, I don't know what happened to Sophia. I don't know what happened to her. I've been here almost a month, and she hasn't even seen me. And she wrote me a message that maybe we shouldn't connect for a while. Wow, and then I asked her if I could send my license plate to her address. My mom said it should be there already, and she hasn't communicated with me to even let me know the license plate's there. That's another whole mystery, the Sophia mystery. You were gonna call this something like Driving with Sophia, and now she's not even talking to you. You came all the way to Colorado to reconnect with her, to do maybe a channel called Driving to Sophia, and your plan didn't work, dude. You were even camping. This is how weird your life is. Sophia said, when you come here, you can park behind my Toyota in my house, safe, which is only about 1 mile from here. And And then she was camping out in her Toyota in front of her house because she likes camping out in her Toyota van. It's the same Toyota van that blew up with you. And so you're parked behind her Toyota van, and behind your Prius is her Prius. And you did that for several mornings, and then you got up at 4:30 like now to come here to the Starbucks to start your day. And then you started feeling kind of uncomfortable about, you know, that you weren't even talking. So you just started camping. That's how we started camping out here, because it just seemed really weird, you know? So life and people can be weird, including you. The whole world can be kind of, you can't understand it, you know? I know, it's a mystery. That's what we call in Buddhism the great mystery, because everything can be a mystery, dude. And you better pack it up, because if you don't walk through the door at 4:30, they're going to think maybe something happened to you, you know. And we're on the stars, so we can just walk in and get our venti coffee, and we can go back to our car, because we tell them every time we come there, you know, we'll be out in the car, we're coming back for a refill. And here's the deal, we're into May. This is May. We got to really conserve our money. Okay, that's part of the reason why he came out here. We can go really low key. Park out here by Starbucks, have our venti coffee, free refills. We can hang out in the car. We can get some water, so we can just kind of water fast. You know, just eat as little as possible. Start chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Just start meditating. Kind of living a solitary life, you know. Screw it. You've got $750 coming in. No, you don't have your 1,000 plus per week. But let's we can just reframe things. Let's see, the challenge is now, can we live on 700? I mean, you want to do the Lyft thing, but to tell you the truth, even Sophia said, I think you're going to drive in traffic in the city and go crazy. And you don't want to go crazy. So maybe we should just entertain the possibility. We'll sign up with Lyft, but we'll make sure we do as little as possible so we don't go crazy with the four-wheelers that drive like their hair's on fire, dude. We have to really manage our stress levels, you know, because you're kind of zip, 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 zip. And this is the post-firing stage. You know, this is going to be really delicate for a while, dude. You know, you got to take care of your mental health, you know. I think you got a point there. But let's pack it up. They're going to be open in 4 minutes, dude. Let's pack it up. Let's take the shades down right now, dude. Let's do it. You do this every morning. Woohoo. You got to take down the shades, dude. The Prius is already running, so we don't have to turn it on. We'll be back. We're going to go for a commercial break. We'll be back when we're down in Starbucks right now.